I decided to dedicate this video to explain you a little bit more in details about what lists are, how they work and how to use them, how to manipulate them. If you are very new to Python, I really understand that this part can be extremely confusing because I also passed this. And as I said in my previous video, this may be part in learning process where many people simply give up because they get lost. They don't understand what are lists, how to make them, how to manipulate them, how to work with them, and so on. But before we continue with this video, first thing what I'm going to do is to create new file called, for example, I don't know, lists.py. And don't be afraid, because I will do my best to avoid that possibility that you give up, and in this video I will try to explain you very clearly what and how to use lists in Python. So first thing what we are going to do is to define and make some lists, and we will call this list, in this case, numbers. And simply watch what I'm doing right now. I won't say anything. Okay. First thing what you may notice is that we start to make lists similar like variables. After equal sign, we simply open square brackets, and inside them we enter some, in this case, numbers separated by comma. So that means that we assign this list to variable called numbers, and that's absolutely correct, because numbers is variable here, and what's the content of this variable is this list. So this is absolutely correctly if you noticed in that way. If you didn't, simply understand that in this process we create variable and we assign to this variable list which is built or have content of numbers separated by comma. Okay, so as we can assign strings, floats, integers to variable, in the same way we can assign lists to variable. Okay, so this is something what you need to understand. You can assign whatever you want to variable, and in this case we assign list to variable. This is first thing what you need to understand and remember. We assign list to variable. So now, how we are going to tell Python that Python execute and show us what's inside the list? Well, it's in the same way like we do that with simple variable, because this is variable. So that means we will simply use pre-built print function, and we will print variable called numbers, right? And we will go here, execute, and we will get what? We will get this list. So if you didn't understand so far what it means that we assign this list to variable, I hope now when you see this familiar print pre-built function, how we use it for show what's inside any kind of different variable, that you now understand what it means that we assign a list to variable. Okay, now we will learn how we can add or remove some elements from the list or to list. And in this video, as there are so many different pre-built functions to operate with list, we will learn and use only two common of them. First function is called append, and it's used to add something in our list after existing elements in list. So that means after last content in list, with append we will add something new. So how are we gonna do that? For example, let's add number 100. So we will do numbers, what is the name of our list, then append, what is pre-built function, and inside parentheses we will add number 100. And now when we print numbers, we will get two results. First, this one before we add anything, and the second, this one after we add number 100. So like you see, this append is pre-built Python function, which you can use in list data types to add some additional value after existing elements in the list. Another very important thing what you need to know about lists, what make Python lists different from other program languages, is that you can actually mix different data types in the same list. Even you can mix another list in existing list. Sound confusing? Well, let me explain in short and simple words. Like you see right now, our list is built only from numbers, and we add additional number. But like I just explained a moment ago, we can add strings inside. Append, and we say hello. And now when we print numbers, what we will get? You see? Just notice when you work with strings, you need to follow the rule to keep everything what is string under quotation. And also you can notice now that our list contain word hello and also numbers. So that means that list can contain different types, and this is real example of that. So we just build a list which contains numbers and text, integers and strings. But like I also said just a few minutes ago, we can also insert in our list another list. Let's do it. Numbers.append. And how are we gonna do that? In the same way. But how to define a list? Like this. 500, 1000, 1500. And now when we print our numbers list, what we will get? Wow! We will get list which contains numbers, which contains strings, and which contains also another list inside. Okay, now when we learn how to create list and how to add new items to list, now we will learn how to remove items from list. To do that, we will use pre-built function called pop. This function will delete a last item from the list, and it's very simple. It's going like this. Numbers.pop, open, close parentheses. And now when we print numbers, you will see that last item inside is suddenly missing. You see? So with pop pre-built function, we are allowed to remove last item in our list, and in this case it was another list what we add last to our list. So when we run pop function, we remove it, and you see in last call print function we don't have anymore that inside our list. So let's remove also one more time what we add to go to original list from the beginning. Okay, and just keep this added number 100 in our list. So like you see, I run pre-built pop function twice, and I remove these two things which I add with append function. So I first add hello, second I add another list, then I remove that another list what I add last, and then I remove what's before that, and that's word hello. And exactly like you see, first I add hello, I add second list, I remove second list here, and I remove hello here. I hope this is clear now. So we use and we practice just two basic and common pre-built Python functions to manipulate with list. Append to add and pop to remove items from list. As this is Python, and I already told you that there are so many pre-built functions to work with list data type, but append and pop will be the most common one you will use, and we will in this video put focus only on them, and we are finished with that. Now our next thing to learn is how you can retrieve some specific item from your list. For example, first, second, third, or fourth item from your list. How are we gonna do that? Well, first I need to explain you something, and that I will be able to do that. I will delete everything from here and run this function. And what you need to understand. You need to understand that Python, like many other program languages, store items starting from index 0. So that means first item is with index 0, second with index 1. Okay, I hope you understand this is 1. Third with index 2. Fourth with index 3. And fifth with index 4. I hope you can understand what I write here, but okay. And why I'm telling you this? For example, if we want to retrieve first item from our list, we will do it that we will print numbers and in square brackets 0. So that is first item. First item is 2. So when we run, we will get 2, like you see. If you want, for example, to retrieve fourth item from our list, we will do it like this, that I don't need to repeat everything. I will simply change this to be number 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. First, second, third, fourth. We say we want fourth, right? And it's number 7, and that's correct. Alright, now if you remember from our lesson with our previous lessons with variables, something we can apply here with lists, and I mean we can change content of our lists. For example, I want to change value of first item in list. So this is how we're going to do that. We will type numbers and then index 0, and I'm sorry, I deleted by accident, and then we will assign to index 0 value 100. And now when I print my list, I will get instead 100, right? 100, and in the beginning it was 2. Let me explain you the code. First, I retrieve with this first item in my list, and then I assign to this item, first item, value 100. Okay? So, why I mention variables? In our video with variables, you remember how Python code execute what you write to him from top to bottom. So first, when we define our function here, our list here, sorry, when we assign it to variable numbers, we defined what's inside our list. And of course, Python code starts from line number 1. Then we print what's inside our list, and this is what we get, okay? Then we retrieve what's the fourth element inside our list, and this is number 7, and we exactly print it here. And then we call indexed item, first indexed item in our list, in this case is number 2, and we assign new value which is 100. So we simply replace existing value on first indexed item in our list, which is number 2, with assign new number of 100. Then we print new result and we get exactly this. Okay? Because Python code run from top to bottom, this is change what we want to get, expected change, that we simply assigned 100 to first index position in our list from the beginning. And now to finalize this tutorial, this simple tutorial about list, and to be sure that you understand and learn what I try to teach you, I will tell you there are so many other ways how you can manipulate with list and content inside the list. And in this video we cover just basics, because later when we go with our program we will learn and do more complex things with many things including lists. But to be sure that you learn what you watch in this video, I will give you one assignment which I want you to get and find solution for this task I want to give you, because I want you to be sure that you understand what lists are. Before I give you this assignment, keep in mind, same like variables, you can store and change data however you want. Just follow the rule how Python code is executed. So, what is my assignment? I will give you a new list, and this list will be called days. And these days are sorted like this: Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Let's say like this. And when we print days, we will get what? We will get error. Why? Because these are not numbers. These are strings and need to be under quotes. So now when we print, we get Monday, Tuesday, Friday in our list. What's your assignment? What's your job right now? What I want you to do? I want you to swap Monday and Friday without touching this line of code. So I simply want you to swap Monday and Friday, that when we print this days variable, that we get Friday, Tuesday, Monday. Try to do it, and I will give you a solution, but I really want you to try to do it. So I hope you were able to solve this very easy assignment, and now you can check with me, did you make it in the way how I expected you to do it? Or in case you didn't solve this problem, I will show you a solution, and I hope you will next time do it by yourself without any problem. So some regular way how to make this, how to solve this problem is, when we want to swap Monday to Friday, is that we use variables to temporarily store and assign different values before we make that swap. So that means first thing what we need to do, we need to create one temporary holder variable where we will store something what we will move. In this case, this will be Monday. So we will call it, for example, holder. This will be the name of variable. And to this variable, we will assign Monday. So that means first thing indexed in our list days. Okay, so I assign Monday to this variable holder. Now, what I have to do, I need to assign Friday on position of Monday. Okay, and how I'm going to do that? So today's on position 0, on index 1, I want to assign what's at this moment at position 3. Okay, and then on position 3, I want to assign what I store in this holder variable. Okay, and when I print now my list days, what I will get? I will get starting values, and I will get what I ask you to do. In case you don't understand what I just did, let me explain you. Before I give you this assignment, I told you that you keep in mind that same like when we work with variables, you can store and change data however you want. Just follow the rule how Python code is executed. And that means that Python code is executed from top to bottom. And following this rule, this is exactly what I did. This is our starting list stored and actually assigned to variable days. And when we print it, this is what we get: Monday, Tuesday, Friday, exactly how it's written here. And what was your task? What assignment you get? You get assignment to move Monday on position of Friday and to move Friday on position on Monday. or simply to swap them. And how you can do that in the most simple way. So, first you create some dummy variable where you will store value of Monday. And this is exactly what we did. We create holder variable and we assign first indexed item from our list, and in this case it's Monday. So Monday is now stored in holder, and our Python code will execute to next line. In next line we assign what's on position 3, so index 2, and in this case it's Friday. We now assign to position 1, index 0. Okay, so here we make swap from Friday or last position to first position. We simply assign Friday to position 1. And now what we store in this holder variable, it's still saved in hold variable because we didn't change it, we didn't delete it, we didn't do anything. Now we store, now we assign what it stored in holder variable on position 3, where was Friday. Okay, so I think this is super easy. This is extremely easy thing to do. We just use temporary variable which we use to assign Monday to it. Then we assign Friday on position of Monday, and then from this variable holder we assign Monday to position of Friday, and finally we print results. That's it. Guys, I hope this is clear for everyone, and in case you have any questions and if you simply don't understand something, feel free to ask me. But keep in mind, this is the most basic, really the most basic manipulation with Python lists, because we use just two very and most common pre-built functions, append and pop, and we retrieve some things from our list using indexing and so on, and we just make final some tests to check our knowledge. But there are so many more things to learn about lists in Python, so please, if you don't understand this very well, watch this video over and over and over again until it's 100% clear for you what we just did here. See you next video.